Greetings, y'all. This is the summary video for Music Elective Lesson 15. This is the 5th lesson in the second semester of Music Elective courses here at West and FCS. Starting off today with your tongue twister. The big bug bit the little beetle, but the little beetle bit the big bug back. I would start that off deliberately and slowly. The big bug bit, word for word, and work your way up from there. Crescendi today, we'll start off upward instead of downward. We learned it upward. We switched the last couple lessons to downward, and then now it's starting again at upward. So you'll go up for 12, down for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. And you practice some squares. We're going to put them together. I'll do the first movement for you and let you practice these on your own. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand halfway, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then you would do down for 10 and so forth. Let's switch back to the website here. Alright, so ledger lines, we have the video there as of yesterday to remind you how the ledger lines work beyond the regular 5 staff lines in both bass and treble clef and how they overlap. Treble clef pitch ID with ledger lines, and of course the rules are right here. Good boys do fine always in face, and there's a reminder video. Definitely do some of these. Bass clef pitch ID with ledger lines, and the 2 rules, good boys do fine always, all cows eat grass, and a reminder video as to how to do the 5 lines and 4 spaces in bass clef. Rhythm trainer. We're going back to hit some of these other rhythms that the other program doesn't really do well. We have A mode and B mode with the same settings. We have tempo slow, beat highlight on. We're using pie, apple, strawberry, and coconut, huckleberry, and So strawberry, strawberry, down, up, down, up, and then coconut, 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 down, up. Down, up, and then huckleberry is down, up, down, up, huckleberry, huckleberry. So rock out some of those. Piano note ID as usual, using C and F to navigate. Piano reverse ID with ledger lines. This is treble and bass clef. So remember, your first step is to figure out, oh, clef is treble, not bass. So every good boy does fine would get me to the top line or face, but every good boy does fine. After F in the alphabet is G. Of course, 3 is F, and there's G. So you got to work your way through these using the rules, going step by step. Take your time. Bass clef, of course, good boys do fine always, and all cows eat grass. If you forget that, that's right here. And guess what? You practice this up here. So that's an E, all cows. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Ledger lines, every good boy does fine, F, G, and A. 3 black keys, F, G, A, and so forth. This is super important because we're going to be adding to this today. Finger dexterity patterns, remember right hand, left hand, then both hands for these, and then right hand only, then left hand only because those are scale patterns. I would say the numbers or the finger names, you know, back and forth like I like to do in my videos as you do these, to make sure that you are ingraining or really learning the numbers, because we're going to start putting the hands together, and that's very important. All right, here's a new thing for today. Accidentals, I think they should be called intentionals, but they call them accidentals, are sharps and flats which are used to raise or lower the pitch by a half step, which is the closest 2 notes can be, and it's any 2 consecutive or next to each other keys on the keyboard. So it's as close as you can get. This 3-minute, I think, video explains the black keys on the keyboard and basically sharps and flats. I would watch that before you proceed to this next spot. So here is pitch ID with sharps and flats. Now what's cool about this is these are your regular C, D, E, F, G, A, B letters. And if you can identify every good boy does, and it's got a flat next to it, well, it's D flat. There's not a lot to do here. Just make sure you keep the sign. Oh, ledger lines, every. Before E is D, before D is C, before C is B, before B is A. And there's no sharp or flat, so it's just regular old A. Now it's getting crazy, folks. Bass clef, good boys do fine always. The bottom line is G, before G is F, before F is E, before E is D. So we know it's D, and there's a sharp on it, so we'll say D sharp. Oh man, good boys do fine always. Top line is A, space is B, line is C, and it's got a sharp, so we're going to call it C sharp. So that's how that is done. Piano pitch ID with sharps and flats. No sharp or flat. The white keys are just going to be the regular old letters. Two black keys, C, D, E. This is like the old exercises. C. Now we have a black key. Well, let's find the white key that's above or below it. So we have three black keys and then F. And if we want to raise it or move it to the right, we have to call it F sharp. F sharp. Sharps raise the notes. Make sure you watch that video on sharps and flats and black keys. Oh, another black key. Well, what's below it? Two black keys, C, C, D. Oh man, D sharp. You can also call it, like you noticed from the video, hopefully, C, D, E, E flat. We can go D sharp or E flat. Either one will register as correct. You could answer in all sharps if you really wanted to. That's a C sharp or a D flat. Either one. Now this third one is going to be insane. It's all the stuff put together. If you can do these, you are in excellent music theory shape. So what we have here is first identify the note, then whether or not it has a sharp or flat, and then find that note down here, figuring out the sharp or flat, the black key. So if it has a sharp or flat, it's going to be a black key. So good boys do fine always. A, B, C, D, D flat. So let's find a D down here. We have two black keys, C. After C is D, and if we flat it, we pull it back to the black key to the left. I need to do more tongue twisters, and that's D flat. Oh man, all cows, because it's bass clef, eat grass. C, that's not sharp or flat. Here we go. All cows eat grass. That's an A. It's an A sharp more specifically, so it raises the note. So let's go three black keys, F, G, A. Oh man, A sharp. We got to raise it up to this next black key. And so forth. These you need to take your time on. This is a lot of steps. Now, grand staff warm-ups. All I did was put our treble clef and our bass clef things together. So you will see them as actual piano grand staff bass and treble clef music. 5-note in C, of course, is thumb, pointer, middle, ring, pinky. It's this top line here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pinky returning back to thumb. The bass part is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 because it goes pinky, ring, middle, pointer, thumb because they're moving the same direction on the piano, but the numbers are mirrored. Then 1 being thumb, pointer, middle, ring, 5 being pinky. So I would put these together and hear both notes at the same time. So your right hand will start on 1C, and your left pinky will start on the C below it. I'm going to go to Chrome Piano to show this off a little bit. See if I can get this set up the way I want it. It tends to fight me. So let me get my Chrome Piano. So this warm-up, oh, we can't do it on the Chrome Piano. If you have a real keyboard, you can. So you can practice one hand then the other. If you have a real keyboard, you can put them in this octave with the right thumb and this octave with the left pinky. Two different C's. C major scale gets interesting because you're going to be switching at different places. So we practice right hand scale 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once your hand's in position, you don't need more numbers. The 1 there puts your hand there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch 3, 2, 1. Left hand, again, the same beginning notes as the 5 note. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We don't need the 3, 4, 3, and 2. 3, 2, 1 is the switch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So rock some of that out. And we should be in great shape. If you all walk away from this course Friday knowing most of the stuff we do, you can walk up to a piano teacher and say, I've got the very basics, I know where the notes are, I know some basic fingerings, I can read the grand staff. You'll be in great shape. So that's the summary for lesson 15. Have a wonderful day.